And welcome along and welcome back to Attingham Park. We are continuing our harvest. We've got, well, about half a day left here. It is 2:05. We have half the field of sorghum to get harvested, pulling a full, well, nearly full trailer off the field from last time. And then we have a complete field over here, field 1 of I think it's barley. No, it is, oh no, it's a second field of a sorghum. So we've got field 12C that we're working on at the moment. We've got field 1, and we're going to be getting those finished off today, picking up right from where we left off. Well, about I think the last video we did on here was 2-3 weeks ago. So, yeah, we've got to clear these off, get these last 2 sorghum fields done, because this is the 2nd day of September, and it is our last chance to get them done. After that, moving on to October, we should be able to start getting some stuff seeded. We do have the direct seeder, which is great, and we do have this field full of straw from the barley, which is also great, that we also need to get sorted. So yeah, it's all go here. It's so much work to be done on Attingham Park still, and we're going to be going into the next year, I think, in a really strong position. I don't think our harvester is going to make it through this row here. It's about 75% full. And we know we can not quite take full 2 loads off this combine, or 2 full loads off this combine. So let's get this emptied out, get ourselves going along here, and with any luck, we can then check on what else we have to do on the farm for the rest of the day, because we need to make sure that not just this harvest gets finished, but we are able to get the other bits that need doing this day as well. And as we come to the end of the row, we are coming up to 40% full, 44% full. So a good amount there off that row. Now, I don't know if the combine is going to cut in at this point. I'm hoping it will, because that would make a lot of sense. But it looks like it might have 1 more row to do. No, it is going to cut in. That's fantastic. So we'll be able to pick it up at the other end, maybe, when it gets full again. In the meantime, let's have a look at where we are with our animals. So these are not our cows. They are all sitting up at the animal dealer. Our pigs are actually really well fed at the moment. That is due to all the grain that we dumped in there. As that slowly diminishes, we're going to be putting more food in with them. We have a lot of corn to put in with them, in fact. And while we're waiting for the combine to refill again, we might as well take the zebra out here and just go and top the pig feed up. There is, oh, actually nothing waiting to come out of our gardens. Oh no, in fact, so when we were on this map last, I said, oh, it's a feature of these to not actually output stuff unless you want to. Actually a feature of the production extension. So I can come into here. In fact, okay, I want to, yeah, how many pallets can I output? I can output 1 pallet, so we'll output 1 of those, and then yeah, this is the extended production mod, which is quite interesting. It allows me to choose when to output stuff from my garden and how much to output, which I think is really, really cool. It means that we can come in here and just output stuff as and when we need to. The only thing we have in here is corn. We can output 4 pallets of that at the moment. And yeah, so we can go and give all of this feed to the pigs, top up their feed, and keep them going, which is absolutely fantastic. And a perfect thing to do while we're waiting for that combine to fill. This little Sabra is a fantastic tractor and a perfect replacement for the old 2000 series we were running on here. In with 2,000 litres. I'm slightly worried. I've just noticed we have rain on the way. How bad do we have rain on the way? Okay, 8 o'clock this evening as the sun sets. We should be all right. I'm expecting to have all of the harvest done by then. If it isn't, we have a bigger problem anyway. And even if it does hit, we only have a short shower by the looks of things. So I think we're going to be all right. And after a few rows into the field, our combine needs unloading. Looks like it's done, yeah, just under 3 full runs down the field. So looking at this, I think we're going to have one more load after this. That should mean... I don't think we'll quite get it all in this trailer, which is fine. We have got to head back to back past the yard. I don't think I'm going to put the header onto the header trailer to move to field 1. We should be okay. A lot of what we can do on the farm, actually, we can do within the farm, which is very nice. Makes it much, much easier to move about. Right, let's get that emptied. And looks like we're going to be more than 3/4 full. In fact, wouldn't surprise me if we end up with a pretty much full trailer. Yeah, this trailer will take a little bit more than this. We didn't take a full tank last time. So what I'm going to do is just spin this around here. Oh, God, no. That's not going to turn well enough. Let's get out of the way of the combine. We'll pick the combine up on the next row and top up our trailer and make sure that we're just taking a full trailer back to the farmyard and maximizing how much we can take. Where's he going? All right, round like that. Yeah, this shouldn't take very long to top this off. We're getting a decent yield off here, and it's not taken long to fill the rest of the trailer. 14,500 litres. Let's get this up to the farm, get this tipped, and then we can head back down here for the last little bit. This field is longer than I thought it was. I've put all of the corn into the feed for the pigs. So now what I'm going to do is get the sunflowers and potatoes. Potatoes tend to be fairly heavy, so I'm only going to take one row of those with the lighter sunflowers and get these in. Now, my hope is that in filling these up as we go, we should end up with the barley getting used up a little bit slower as a result. So let's take this into here, potatoes in, and the sunflowers in. And then we just got one more crate of potatoes to go. So we'll get this crate of potatoes dropped in, and that will then be the pig feed all sorted for today. Let's pop into here and have a look. Yeah, you can see even now though, even with what we've put in there, that's still fairly low on the base feed, on the protein, and on the root crops. So we've still got quite a bit to go to do that. They're good on straw. They're producing slurry. Basically, our pigs are doing everything we need them to do. We know for fertilizer, we can start to switch soon to using the organic stuff that the pigs produce. And then that's going to save us money there. And yeah, it's going to be all good. Let's put this tractor back in the shed. I can see my combine once again needs unloading, and in fact, that should be the end of the field, I think. If not, we are very close to it. Yep, the combine has indeed reached the end of the field, so let's get this emptied. There do seem to be a few bits it's missed at the edge. I'm not going to worry about them. I don't think there's a huge amount in them. And so we should, yeah, there we go. We should be all right for those. What I'm worried about now is we want to take the worker off this. Empty out what we've got in the trailer. And then we're going to take this straight up to field 1 and get that done. Should be a lot easier to do the course play setup for field 1 than our split field here in field 12. And yeah, away we go. Our combine is looking a little bit mucky, but then it's had a busy season. What I will do as we go past is just top up the fuel. I think that's a wise thing to do. So stop that there. Hop round and refuel it. We've got plenty of fuel in the tank to get our TR-87 refueled. There we go. And start her up again. Head out and over to field 1. I can tell you something. If we had a bigger combine here, we wouldn't have been able to take that through the yard then. It would have absolutely been too big with a larger header to go through. Let's start that up. And we will head into the crop. I just want to cut into the field a little bit to get myself into position. Then we will head into here, into the hired worker, create job, course play field work, target position is there, field position is there, first waypoint, course generator, give me, yep, same setup. So generate fieldwork course comes in fairly easily. And I think if we head out, we should be able to see that this is the start point. So nearest waypoint, and away it goes. And it will do lands with this because that's what we had this combine set up to do before. Meanwhile, I'm going to set this tipping and the last of the sorghum from the previous field. It will then be into storage. And we can come back this way, over here, and get this. Our county started. We want to go and mulch the field down the end. We want to get these turned around as quickly as we can. And doing this and getting our tractors out there and working is the best way to do it. We are a little bit down on fuel with this, so we'll refill this as we're about to send it to do an entire job on its own. And yeah, away we go. Let's get this down to the field and get it set up. I have been setting myself up ready to do some seeding. So you can see there, we've got a whole load of fertilizer and seeds ready to go down this end. Because this is where we're going to be planting first. We want to get the winter wheat in, ideally. Let's set this tractor up, though, with 12C. Target position is going to be that corner there. Field position is this one. We want to open the course generator. It should be fine. Rows per land. I think. Number of headlands. Yep, this is all good. Generate this. We're not actually using lands on it, but it should finish in this corner if I'm right. Yep, pretty much where we are, which is perfect. So let's take this over here where I can see our start point. We'll just line it up with that, unfold these, and we'll drop this down just before we start. So like that, and away it goes. Hopefully that should just head off. And we're back up to field 1 just in time. I think our combine, oh yeah, our combine is looking very full. And because it's made this nice area in the corner, we should be able to turn around. He says just as the combine gets in the way of me doing exactly that. Ah, no. Right. Yeah, this has got a little bit more fun to maneuver around. Maybe I can do it up here, where we can get a little bit closer to the hedge, spin it round, and yeah, just enough space. Brushing past our our bits there, our sorghum there. We'll be able to empty this and keep our combine going, which is fantastic news. Because I would worry otherwise about it doing a cut-in and trying to make space. But we should be all right. Seems to be working well. And yeah, we are already have a full grain tank off just the first headland. So what's our plan going forward? Well, it is our last day to harvest. This is our last field to harvest as well, which is great. That clears us all out. We then have 2 months to plant wheat and or barley. We've got 1 month to plant canola. And we've got, well, we can't plant sorghum until well into next year. So my thought very much is that we will get winter wheat in now. We will then space out and get the canola in March. And then we'll get some late sorghum in April or May. That should split out or spread out when our harvest is, and prevent us having what we had this year, which was just 2 days to get all of our fields harvested, which was just not enough time. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And the fields we're gonna target with the wheat. So we did barley on 12A, we did canola on 12 and 12B and 3. And yeah, we've done the sorghum on 1 and 12C. That means whatever 6 is going to match 12, and that cannot be wheat. So that's either got to be canola or sorghum. If we do canola on 12A and 6, that means we've got to do the wheat on 3 and 12B. No, in fact, that means we've got to do the wheat on these two, on 1 and 12C, and the sorghum on 12B and 3. So I think that's probably the way we are going to do it. So we want to get the wheat on these two fields. Those two are actually ready. So, in fact, if those two are ready, yeah, we want to put the wheat into 12B and 3, get those two fields done. We can then spend the time getting these two ready for next year's canola, and then the sorghum will go in 12A and 6. So that is the way around we're going to do it. We are already 73% full, 74% full again. So I better get my tractor and trailer down to this corner. We want to empty this combine out before it reaches the end of the field, because it's only doing 2 headlands, and as a result, it's going to do a cut-in as soon as it finishes this one. Means I want to have empty for the cut-in so that it can get as far as possible. It's going to swing out here, get to the end, and then suddenly just shoot off down the field. So we'll keep emptying as it goes along. It might keep going. No, there it goes. Yeah. So I'm going to let him cut in, and I think he's going to cut in at the top end of the field, and then we can pick up on the way back and top off this trailer in order to then go and tip the first load off this field. Almost a full trailer off this field. In fact, I think if we've been able to empty the combine, we might have actually got a full trailer off this field. Now, part of the reason why I've decided not to plant winter canola, but I'm going to do spring canola instead, is actually money-wise. We've only got 8,700 odd pounds available to us, and yeah, we've got to get through planting as much as possible. I think we might have to even get some lime down. Although we might have done that last year. I don't know. No, we did lime last year, so we should be all right from that point of view. I do need to still check a few things, and before we get into the seeding, I absolutely will get into that and make sure that everything is as it should be. This, though, is going to be an amazing amount of sorghum we have. In our stores at the moment, we have 61,000 litres of sorghum off just that first field. And the price of that, the top price, is nearly 1,000. So that's going to be 60, 70,000 for that. Canola best price is 1,200 in November. And yeah, that's going to be massive. So we're going to make over 100,000 from those two crops, which are our main two crops this year. That combine has got to be getting full. And so, yeah, we're going to have a load of money to invest in the farm later in the year, which is fantastic. We still need to build a farmhouse. We're still staying up at the hotel at the moment. And we still need to expand our yard a bit. So plenty to still be doing on here. This combine is going to be full. And yeah, we don't have a lot of space in the trailer. So the combine is not going to end up that empty off this load. But we will at least have a full trailer to take up to the storage and add another 14,500 litres to it. Oh wow, we're going to be nearly 100,000 litres of sorghum this year off the farm. That is huge. That is a massive amount. Combine is coming up to the end of its second cut in. It is looking fairly full at the moment, and this is going to be our second full trailer of this field. Going to take us up to about 90,000 litres of sorghum. So yeah, very much expecting to hit that that wonderful 100,000 mark. Combine is full, and I'm pulling a trailer full of sorghum up this hill. It's not overly happy. In fact, both the combine and the tractor are going up the hill fairly slowly. Right, put down. Yeah, we'll do it in 3H. That'll keep us going. I hoped that I was going to be able to empty the combine coming up that hill, but yeah, this little 7810 wasn't having any of it. It will be nice and full by the end of this row, though, and I am stoked by how much sorghum we've got off the farm this year. There's a few things I want to do as we go into the next year. I think a telehandler would be a very good idea. I mean, we've got our little front loader tractor. It does perform really, really well. But, whoa. Okay. Back it up. There we are. It does perform really, really well. But it also sometimes is needed out on fields doing filling seeds and things when we could do with something back at the yard. A telehandler would be a little bit more maneuverable in some situations. So I've got my eye on a telehandler that I think will add to the farm. The other thing I want to do is we've got the Pumps and Hoses DLC on here. And I think it would go really, really well going into next year to have Pumps and Hoses running as we go through each field. So we're going to look at that, I think, for next year as well. It's going to cost quite a bit to set it up, so that is going to be quite a feat, I think, to get all of that out of our money. If we're lucky, some of it will come up used along the way, and that will make me very, very happy. The sun is setting as we've come back up to the field, and the combine is again at 80% full. We definitely want to empty it on this row because A, it's 80% full and therefore about right for emptying, and B, it won't make the next cut in if I don't. So let's just bring ourselves alongside and get this emptied. 10,000 litres now, well actually 9,500 litres now, is going to send us over 100,000 litres of sorghum off the farm this year, which is, as I said earlier, a huge amount for us to get. Yeah, this should empty out for the rest of this row, and I think we've got maybe one more cut in order to get this field finished. And look at that, we're already at 6,800. So this is going to be a bumper crop of sorghum this year and really set us up going into the next year. Meanwhile, our tractor over here, the county with the mulching, is making a massive inroad. Yeah, this should get finished. This doesn't get finished today. This will get finished first thing next time when we start looking to do the seeding in the field next door. The other job we need to do is that far field of barley. We need to get those bales collected up. So those are going to be a job for us to do. We'll probably set the seeder off on course play and get out there with the tractor and trailer and start collecting those bales up next time too. It looks like the rest of this field is going to fit in this trailer. The combine is only about 40% full. It's got that row there to do, and then this one, I think. Let's take a look at its row here. Oh no, it might not. It might have a tiny slither up that side to do. So I think we want to position the tractor down the bottom end there to empty it out as it goes up that final row. Although the combine is already 74% full. That's more than I'd expected it to be at this point. So yeah, I think we're going to have to empty it out down here. And we may find that the rest of it doesn't fit in this trailer. We could very easily end up with a little bit left in the combine, which would actually, I'd be absolutely fine with that. Remember, 9,500 litres into our trailer, and we've hit the 100,000 mark. I have no doubt we're about to do that. We've got plenty in the combine to empty, and in fact, that is 9,000 litres. That is 9,500 litres. So yeah, we are officially over 100,000 litres of sorghum off the farm this year. That is a massive amount. And the great thing is that we are going to fit the rest of this field in the trailer, I think. Although it's getting close. Wow. Yeah, there we go. We've got 10% left and a fairly thin row of sorghum left to harvest. So we will pick up the combine at the far end of the field and get the last little bit emptied into the trailer. The combination of this tractor, trailer and harvester on here is just about perfect for the field sizes we're doing. Now that we've got field 12 done and done into separate parts, wow, yeah, that's it. That is working out really well for us. That is the last of the sorghum for today. The sun has almost disappeared, and we are at about 103,000 litres of sorghum off here. That has been fantastic. What an end to the harvest on here. Picking it up after a few weeks on Silver Run Forest. And I remember now why I love this map so much and why I'm loving this playthrough so much. It is probably one of the bigger farms I've done on a Let's Play series, and it's just going so well. I cannot wait to see where this series continues to take us. I hope you guys will stay with me for it, because I think that there's still a lot of legs left here. For today, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.